Don Muang Airport in Bangkok is one of the busiest airports in Thailand. Travelers rush through its terminals daily, their faces lit with excitement or exhaustion. But among the bustling crowds, a shadowy presence lingers, a presence that has terrified employees and passengers alike for decades. This is the story of the ghost of Don Muang. It all started many years ago after a tragic plane crash near the airport. A passenger jet skidded off the runway during a storm, breaking apart and catching fire. Many lives were lost that night, and though the airport was cleaned up and repaired, some say the souls of the victims never left. Kanya, a young janitor, worked the late-night shift at Don Muang Airport. She preferred it that way. The crowds were thinner, and the silence gave her time to think. But the silence was often broken by strange noises, the faint sound of crying, or the whisper of footsteps when no one was there. One night, Kanya was cleaning Gate 13, a dimly lit area that most employees avoided. It was rumored to be haunted, but Kanya didn't believe in ghosts. They're just stories to scare people, she told herself. Still, the air around Gate 13 always felt colder, and she often found herself glancing over her shoulder. As Kanya mopped the floor, she heard it, soft footsteps behind her. She turned quickly, but no one was there. "Hello?" she called out, her voice echoing through the empty terminal. No response. She shook her head and went back to work. Minutes later, a faint sobbing reached her ears. This time, it sounded closer. Kanya froze. The sound wasn't coming from the terminal, it was coming from the runway outside. She approached the large glass windows that overlooked the tarmac. In the dim glow of the runway lights, she saw a figure. It was a woman dressed in white, standing perfectly still near the edge of the runway. Her long black hair covered her face, and her arms hung limply at her sides. Kanya's heart pounded. No one was supposed to be out there. She grabbed her radio and called security. "There's someone on the runway near Gate 13, she said, her voice shaking. "Copy that," the guard replied. "We'll check it out." Moments later, 2 security guards arrived and headed toward the runway. Kanya watched from the window, her breath fogging up the glass. As the guards approached the woman, they stopped suddenly. One of them shouted, but Kanya couldn't hear what he said. Then, without warning, the woman disappeared. One moment she was there, and the next, she was gone. The guards returned, their faces pale. "We didn't see anyone," they told Kanya, though their trembling voices said otherwise. "You must be tired. Go home and rest." But Kanya knew what she had seen. In the days that followed, she avoided Gate 13 as much as she could, yet the strange events continued. Luggage carts moved on their own. Lights flickered. And once, while cleaning a bathroom mirror, she saw a shadowy figure standing behind her. When she spun around, no one was there. One night, Kanya decided to confront her fear. She went to Gate 13 and stood by the windows. "Whoever you are," she whispered, "why are you here?" The air grew colder. The lights above her flickered, and a chill ran down her spine. Then, in the reflection of the window, she saw the woman in white. This time, the woman turned her head, and Kanya saw her face. It was pale, with hollow eyes and a twisted smile. Kanya screamed and ran. She quit her job the next day, refusing to return to the airport. Others who worked the night shift reported similar encounters, and Gate 13 earned a reputation as a cursed spot. Travelers passing through often feel an unexplained unease, as if someone is watching them. To this day, the ghost of Don Muang Airport remains a mystery. Was it the spirit of a crash victim or something else entirely? No one knows for sure. But one thing is certain, if you ever find yourself at Gate 13 late at night, don't look too closely at the windows. You might see her, and she might see you too. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.